AJ, you got anything to say?
We're back. Allied Rivals.
It is one of the Allied Rivals. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
We are about to wait. What am I saying? Was that week 15? That was week 15.
That was week 15. Yes, sir.
15 weeks of the NFL. We have 3 more to go. I don't know. I was a little confused because in a normal year we'd have 2 weeks left to go if it was week 15.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
this year we have 3 weeks left to go. 3 more games for JT to get 2,000 yards.
Yep. 3 more games.
4 games
to get the 7th seed in the NFC, a losing record. It's just great, Cade.
It's amazing. Well, folks, we are here to talk about the NFL awards predictions, our predictions of what the NFL will choose for each major award. But before we do that, AJ, let's talk about just real quick our fantasy football league. It has been a
fun year.
It's been a great year. I'm really glad we decided to do it. But I am bummed I did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Kind of bummed about that one.
It was rough. This is our fun. In this league, terrible.
Yeah.
If that's what you're saying. I finished 11th. We had a lot of unfortunate injuries. Tough schedule. It was just a combination of stuff that just ended up not being good. But, all my other leagues, I'm in 5 of 8 of my playoffs. So, I'll take that and run with it. I'm happy with that. We're hoping to bring some hardware home. This league just didn't work out, sometimes it's what happens. Yeah. How about you? How'd your fantasy season go, Cade?
For this year, I started out really strong. I was top 3 for the first first half. Then I had a couple game losing streak because of injuries and stuff. Injuries really messed me up this year.
Yeah.
And then I've just been kind of 500 since then. So I was 1 spot out. I was the number 5. Yeah. I was so bummed. But AJ, let us just apologize.
Really quick. Sorry, apologize to who? No.
Let's apologize to Piper.
That's true.
Of the loser.
That is true.
If you weren't here for our live draft, then let me tell you, me and AJ were giving Piper a hard time for some of her picks. She drafted Devontae Adams with the first pick in the draft. I believe the next round she drafted, who was it? Was it A.J. Dillon? The next round was Cooper Kupp, or maybe it was Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that would work.
Cooper Kupp. And Aaron Rodgers, some of her picks were wonky, but she's the number 1 seed. She's been the best the whole year by far.
Yep.
And I would just like to apologize on stream to Piper.
Yeah. Adams, Rodgers, Kupp, Dillon, Lockett. That was the first 5, but Adams and Kupp are just absolutely hard carrying. And look, if I wanted to be super picky, I would point out that out of all of the playoff teams, Piper has the least amount of points. On top of that, Piper had the easiest schedule by far. But at the same time, she's the only one with double-digit wins at 11-4. So the only question is, it's a new season. It's the playoff time, and it's the new season. So it's going to be the loser going up against Judah Buddha, who, unfortunately, Caedmon, was the one to end your playoff run.
Yes, he was.
It came down, and the reason this is so crazy is because Maroon Platoon, Lizard Lips, and Judah Buddha were fighting for the final 2 playoff spots. Caedmon losing and Henry beating Judah Buddha meant Henry took the division. If Caedmon and Henry had the same record, then Caedmon would have won due to division, because we didn't do points for, we did divisional record gets you in. And so Henry, the Maroon Platoon, advanced, and Judah Buddha advanced over Caedmon on point differential. And so that is going to give us the Maroon Platoon versus Gronky Kong, taking it out of the Central Division, and the loser and Judah Buddha for 2 exciting playoff matchups in Week 16. And currently, The projection is that we're going to get Maroon Platoon versus Judah Buddha, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Alrighty. Well, AJ, you ready to get into the NFL awards? AJ, let's start with the comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Guys, it's got to be Dak Prescott. I mean,
it's not even
came
close.
back from major ankle all surgery, just an insane recovery.
Yeah.
And just how he's played, really leading the Cowboys.
Yeah.
We
I
didn't have any argument on that.
Yeah, and his 98.1 passer rating right now, 25 touchdowns, 10 picks. He hasn't been back to his, complete peak form yet, but he's playing incredibly well for a Dallas team that's steamrolling their division right now.
Yeah. You ready for next one? I feel like that's pretty obvious. All right. Well, let's just go to the coach of the year.
Yeah.
This one, I think we're split on.
Yeah.
We're a little split on.
A little bit.
In my opinion, it's got to be the Cardinals. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury. Mm-hmm. He's turned this team around to one of the best in the AFC. I mean, they were just absolute garbage last year. I mean, you still had Kyler Murray and D-Hop and that, but he's really brought in a lot of pieces to help Kyler. Their offensive line is looking a good amount better, and their defense has also held up pretty well this year.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't sure how it was going to look before, but he's obviously done a really good job, had some good pickups over the offseason.
Yeah. There's A.J. Green. Completely brought him back from the dead.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, they have double-digit wins. They're 10-4 right now, sitting at what are they, third or fourth in the? I don't know. It's all close.
Yeah, I think they're the second seed right now, just above Dallas.
I think they're fourth.
Fourth, really?
I think.
Tampa. Right.
But I mean, either way, the NFC is super close right now. There's 4 10-4 teams in the NFC.
Yep.
So even if they're the wild card, which could happen, I mean, they're still valid.
The Rams are right behind them.
Knock off really anyone in the NFC. So, but anyway, it's got to be Cliff Kingsbury. He's turned this team around from last year.
Yeah, for me, on the other side, I've got Zach Taylor from Cincinnati, who were fun to watch on offense and absolutely terrible to watch on defense last year. The offensive line could not withstand Joe Burrow at all. It was an absolute mess. And now we look at them. They have currently, surprisingly, in terms of just points allowed, the number one defense in their division. That's a division with the Browns, Ravens, and Steelers in it. The offenses look great. I thought it was crazy that Jamar Chase was going to be their first round pick. I was like, look, I get that he's good, but you need offensive line. And no, the offensive line has performed well, shockingly to me. Mixon's been able to get holes left and right. Burrow's been comfortable in the pocket. The offense has been great. And even though they had a little bit of a struggle at the beginning of the season, and the tightest division in the AFC right now, they're sitting on top. And their last 3 weeks are going to be so tough because they get the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Browns to finish off the year. So especially if they push through and win the division, Zach Taylor is my coach of the year.
Yeah. Well, AJ, before we move on, we got some comments. Porter Drinks, what's up, man? Thank you for commenting. Thank you. You've led us to 160 subscribers. I don't know, but you've been awesome. Let's just put it that way. Yep. Fastest player, Henry Ruggs, Sportsmanship Award, Tom Brady.
Okay.
I'm in complete agreement with both of those. Liking all that Packer memorabilia. Thank you, sir.
Right.
And Cardinals good and all, except when they play the Packers. Yeah.
On Thursday night.
Cardinals good, but AJ Green ain't when he plays the Packers. Dove's drummer boy. Got another man in the comment section. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, sir?
What's up, Dove's drummer boy? Tell us who you think should be your coach of the year, if you have any opinions on that. AJ, ready to move on?
Let's keep going.
Let's do it. AJ, there's no question here. Defensive rookie of the year, Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
No other option. He is a top defender in the league as a rookie.
12 sacks.
There's
12.
There's no question. No other rookie compares to this man.
Yeah, on defense this year. Not even close. Yep.
Not even close. Let's move on because that was too obvious. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
We're
We
split on
are
this one a little bit
kind
right
of
now.
split. AJ's full in with Mac Jones. AJ, tell us about that.
Look, Mac Jones has been performing very well in an offense that I think is not nearly as star-studded as almost any other in the NFL right now. Their wide receivers are Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Jason Bourne, Hunter Henry at tight end, Damian Harris, and this is like the epitome of a perfectly fine roster if we're just going by like, talent and Madden numbers or whatever. But he's looked good. He's smart. He's looking to break the completion record. For a completion percentage for a rookie, 69% completion. His numbers aren't the biggest ever, but he's leading an offense that a lot of people weren't entirely sure about, right to the number one spot in the division over a team that all of us thought was going to make the Super Bowl this year, the Buffalo Bills. So for me right now, it's Mac Jones, as much as I love your guy, Caedmon, Ja'Marr Chase.
Ja'Marr Chase, yeah, and I think the only reason I'm giving a slight edge to Ja'Marr Chase here is because Mac Jones has 10 interceptions to his 18 touchdowns. Now, that's not the worst for a rookie QB. His rating is fine.
Yeah.
His completion percentage is pretty good.
Incredible, yeah.
But you'd like to see him not make so many of those hesitant interception throws, because I think I saw I don't know, maybe I'm just used to seeing Tom Brady on the Patriots, where his interceptions aren't from hesitation. It's a lot of them used to be from just tipped balls, like it went through the receiver's hands or whatever. I'm used to that. I understand this is a rookie QB, but I'd like to see him give a little less hesitation. He's a rookie. We know that. I think Ja'Marr Chase should be the one. Over 1,000 receiving yards, 10 touchdowns, average of 17 yards a reception. He's just been a maniac on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, this isn't even off on the field type stuff, but you remember how much flack everybody was giving him for dropping balls in training camp in his first season? He's proved everybody wrong.
He really has. Everybody.
And thank you so much, Ja'Marr. You've helped me get into multiple fantasy playoffs. Just want to shout that out. Thank you, sir.
Well, AJ, before we move on, we got Josiah Rizzo. Hello. Patriots suck. Yeah, the Patriots. This is a Bills fan, if you didn't know.
Oh, that's why he's
probably still spicy.
Okay.
Mac Jones over Ja'Marr Chase. Yeah,
all right,
that works. Porter Drinks is just bringing in some trivia here. How many Super Bowl they got, Josiah? And Josiah is pretending to not know what he's talking about, but Josiah, we know that you know what Porter Drinks is talking about. Moving on, we got the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
What does he have, like 16 some sacks or something like that?
Yeah, Myles Garrett's sitting at exactly 15 sacks right now this year. Yeah. He's been a freak of nature.
Yeah, especially in division games.
Yeah, true.
It's a pretty good division. He terrorizes every team, every quarterback in the division. Yep. Baker Mayfield doesn't want to see him. Mm-hmm. Lamar doesn't want to see him. Tyler Huntley don't want to see him. And who's the last one? Big Ben. Big Ben ain't going nowhere with Myles Garrett on the hunt, bro.
Yep.
He is good.
Mm-hmm.
He is great.
Yeah, and he's already tied his total tackles from last year with 3 weeks left to go.
You kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
Did you tell me earlier that he set a Browns record for?
Yeah, I believe it's most sacks in Browns history by an individual player already. Wow. You know, helped out by getting 13 and a half, 10, 12, and 15 sacks in 4 straight years. That's crazy. Nuts. Oh my freaking nature.
Yeah, he's different. Yep. He is built different.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you need to say? I mean,
like
this one, like the Defensive Rookie of the Year, is just pretty obvious.
Yeah, but now these next two, these are the least obvious out of all.
Least obvious. AJ, give us your Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, currently our projection for Offensive Player of the Year, Cooper Kupp. Oh my goodness, this man has kind of been carrying a lot of the Rams offense right now. And he's sitting at 1,600 yards and 14 touchdowns. That is insane.
That's
Cooper
ridiculous.
Kupp leading in targets, leading in catches, leading in yards. He's up there in touchdowns. He has a chance to end with the most receiving yards in the history of the NFL. He's top 20 with 3 games to go. He needs 300 more yards. And looking at his last few games, he's broken 100 in 3 straight games. I really want him to get it. Thank you for helping my fantasy team, Cooper. I love you so much. And he's always been a very good receiver.
For sure.
Part of it, we got to give credit to Stafford for helping him get this far as well. And part of it, Robert Woods being out has helped too, because he's had to get more targets after that and more catches too.
Mm-hmm.
He's carrying a lot of this team on his back, making it work for him, and he's the best wide receiver in football right now in terms of stats. It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he broke the most receiving yards in one season, but he does get that one extra game. That certainly does help. Mm-hmm. So there's bound to be some records broken. It's going to be easier for running backs to get 2,000 yard seasons now, but whatever, Cooper Kupp has still been amazing. He has made Matthew Stafford better. In my opinion, I don't think Matthew Stafford has played much better than any other year he's been in the league. It's just he has... I mean, he used to have Kenny Golladay and Marvin Jones. I don't remember them playing like this.
Yeah,
and I don't remember him having an O-line like the Rams. But I don't remember him having
a running game like the Rams, like that too. Lions,
but I mean, the biggest thing, a quarterback needs a wide receiver, and Cooper Kupp is the one every quarterback wants.
True,
Cooper Kupp is our offensive player of the year. Which AJ now this makes me happy. AJ, sum up the MVP in 2 words. No, 2 letters. 2 letters.
2 letters. JT. Jonathan Taylor. Kate, I talked about Kupp. You take Mr. Taylor over here.
Dude, I don't know what to say. I mean, JT's how close is he? I mean, whatever. To 2,000 yards, he'll probably get it.
He's 500 yards away with 3 games left.
He's close. He might get it. I mean, Derrick Henry last year, he had like a 200-yard game at the end of the season.
Yup.
I don't know, dude. This man, he's scary. He's really running the Colts offense. I think he is kind of the reason that I feel like they might be top first or second best team in the AFC. Chiefs 1, 2, somewhere in there. But bro, he's been crazy. He has 1,500 yards, as we said. He has 17 touchdowns.
Yep.
And I mean, he averages 5.6 yards a carry. That might be the most impressive thing to me.
That's insane.
A lot of running backs that get that amount of yards. I mean, no other running back is comparing to him right now, but a lot of running backs that get 1,500 yards by the end of the season just get so many carries.
Yeah.
JT doesn't get that many. I mean, he does obviously, but his average does.
He got 32 in 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but his average is so high per carry.
Yep.
He doesn't look that big, but this is a big man. He bulldozes. He hits the holes. He's just kind of the back in the NFL. It's just kind of reminding me of Derrick Henry without the stiff arm.
Yeah. Right. They're just 2 different players. Henry he's powerful. He'll stiff arm you, shove you into next week. Taylor will just run headfirst at you, cut so hard that your shoes just break open like Zion's, and then he's gone.
Yep. And then JT also has over 300 receiving yards and a couple receiving touchdowns too.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to add to his resume.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And they finished the season. The Colts finished the season against Jacksonville. Now, they might rest him. Depending on the situation, they might rest him. But
don't rest him. I want
this is where Henry thrives, and we don't have Henry. There's somebody else.
Bro, it's gotta. I want it to be JT so bad. Like
I know
the last running back was 2013 Adrian Peterson. Deserved it 100%. But Derrick Henry did too last year. I'm not complaining. Aaron Rodgers got it. But the NFL has got to understand that the quarterbacks are gonna get the better stats.
Yeah.
And
also just like how the NFL is being played now. It's a passing league. Yeah, people throwing 40 touchdowns, 6,000 yards almost now, compared to 10 years ago, where breaking 4,000 is like super rare.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really want it to be JT.
Yeah,
I really
too.
want it
Yeah,
to be
me
Cooper
too.
Kupp Offensive
Oh
Player of the
yeah,
Year.
dude. If either of them hit like 2,000 yards, they've got to get it, right?
Gotta
They
get it. I
have to
think
get
so.
it, especially because last year Rodgers was far and away the best quarterback in the league last year. Like it wasn't
I
even
think
close.
so.
It's so much closer this year.
It's very close.
Brady,
Tom Brady.
Brady had a bad week last week, but in terms of pure numbers, he's leading. In terms of efficiency and accuracy, it's Aaron Rodgers, and it's not even close.
And
so,
how has Patrick Mahomes worked his way back into this?
Well, because he's Patrick Mahomes.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Russell Wilson's not here anymore to try to get his first.
He lost like 4 weeks this year.
Yeah.
In Geno we trust. I need a poster of just in Geno we trust. I need
Geno
that.
we trust.
In Geno we trust.
Guys, I really hope JT gets it. If you can't tell.
Oh yeah.
If JT gets it, I'm throwing a party.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all crazy.
Oh yeah.
But AJ,
we'll just get some strobe lights up here on the channel and just have like a 1 hour live stream of Caedmon partying about Jonathan Taylor winning MVP.
I would do it. I would so do it. Well, guys, I don't know if we'll do another Allied Rivals before Christmas. So if we don't, have a Merry Christmas. Go celebrate Jesus. And folks, we'll see you next time on the one and only Allied Rivals podcast. Porter Drinks, right. Josiah Rizzo, Dope Strummer Boy. Thank you for commenting. Thank you all 160 subscribers. And we'll see you next time.
Have a good night.